Hey guys, welcome back to She Talks Life and Faith. And today I just wanted to talk about something that happened in my life 20 years ago. And let me just get to it. 20 years ago, I can't believe it's been 20 years. I lost my sister. I lost my sister unexpectedly. I didn't expect it. She was only 23 years old and she passed away in a car accident. And I just wanted to share my story because I didn't want nothing to come from a loss, from losing my sister. I wanted to have something positive come out of that. And I wanted to share hope for anyone out there who maybe recently, maybe this year, maybe a month ago, maybe even today, and maybe you're going through grief. Maybe you're grieving right now. You're learning what it's like to go through grief. And I came across this quote, and let me read it to you guys. I just really liked it. And it says, "Grief is the last act of love we have to give to those we love. Where there is deep grief, there is great love." And I don't think you should be ashamed. I don't think you should feel bad if you're crying, if you get sad. I think we all go through different phases. There is going to be a moment where you might cry. There is going to be a moment where you might not cry. You might be numb. And we all deal with it differently. For me personally, it was the first year was tough. And I can honestly say now that 20 years later, I feel okay. I'm strong. I'm okay. And I want to share what has helped me. And that's why I decided to talk about this. And I know it's a topic that maybe some people don't want to hear it. Some people don't want to, it's a difficult topic. But like I said, I want to share, I want something good to come out of the loss of my sister. And I know she would want that. And the positive that can come from this is that as a person of faith, as a believer, for me, I know I will see her again. I actually, on her headstone, I wrote, "To be absent of the body means to be present with Christ." And I know that I will see her again. And so that has been one of the biggest foundations for me to stay strong. I always just remember that. And she was also someone that a believer and had strong faith. And I know it is difficult, but that has been what has helped me. Time also does help, and finding others like yourself that have experienced loss. I want to share a personal experience that happened to me. When my sister passed away, it was surreal. I would say surreal is the number one thing you feel. It's unbelievable. And as the days passed, the weeks passed, and I started to think, how did others deal with loss? That was my way of coping. How did others deal with loss? And I was reminded of as a person who just tries to get help from seeing the experiences of others. I remembered, if you guys have heard of Selena, the Tejano singer who passed away years ago. I remembered her sister, and for some reason that just stuck to me. And I actually prayed that I would meet her sister one day, because I remember they had a very strong bond. They always were together. They played together in the band. She played the drums. She was the singer. And my sister and I actually watched a documentary about Selena, which is crazy. We were watching it and we discussed how sad it was. And as I was thinking about that, I remembered her, and I remember how she overcame it. Long story short, I started to pray. I would really like to meet her sister one day. I would like to meet Suzette one day. And if you fast forward a few years later, I'm someone that has always worked in the media, and I had the opportunity to work on a Tejano show as just one of the on the show. I was just part of the show. They needed people to help with the hosting of the show. And one day I'm backstage getting ready for the show, and who do I see is there in front of me? Suzette, Selena's sister. And to me, I know it might not seem like a big thing to a lot of people, But to me, I knew it was an answered prayer. And so I actually had a moment with her, which was very personal. And all I can say was she was very kind. She definitely understood me. And that's why I wanted to meet someone. And I prayed specifically to meet her, because I knew that if I would meet her, I knew that it would be like an experience where you bond. You immediately bond, because she also lost her sister. And so we shared that special moment that I will always cherish. And if she ever hears this, I'm very thankful for that. I even have a photo with her. And so whatever it is that you think will help you, ask God, pray, ask him. Maybe for me it was meeting her, and it helped me. Obviously my faith, trying to keep doing the things that you help you. My sister used to always tell me to be driven and to want to to follow my dreams. Whatever it is that special loved one used to share with you, whether it's a mother, a father, a brother, a sister in my case, whatever, a grandfather, whatever it is, just remember what they used to motivate you, and they definitely wouldn't want you sad. And I'm not saying for you to just not be sad. And that's why really this passage, or this quote that I read, really stood out to me, because you are going to grieve, because when you have a deep grief, there was great love, and that is a sign of love. Don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed. Just try to find hope, and try to remember that there is a light at the end of that dark tunnel. Because right now I'm telling you this very, very calm, but 20 years ago, I never thought that I would be able to sit here and share my story about losing my sister. For me, my sister, without crying, I just didn't see it possible. Because for those, of course, you don't know my story, but my sister was my best friend. She was, I would say, my only family. And losing her was an extreme loss for me. And it was only through my faith in God and through just always staying strong that I was able to overcome it. And I just wanted to share a little bit of this with you. I hope that you can inspire you a little bit. That's what we're all about here, just trying to inspire you. And I know that we might not want to think of grief, but as believers, as people who believe in have faith in the Bible and scriptures, for me, I always do remember that she might not be here physically, but there is more. There's more to life than what we see here. I hope that I was able to just inspire you a little bit and give you some comfort. And if you are grieving today, my prayer for you is that you do come out of this, that you do get better, and you will get better. And you didn't come across this by chance, especially if you have lost a loved one today. This is definitely God trying to talk to you and tell you that there is hope. Because if I can say this, anyone else can deal with this. It is going to be difficult, but with faith, you'll get better. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you for listening.